All right. Right into a nose signal. Oh, man. All right, so Chad just asked, are efficiency cores really that bad compared to a Xeon? Yeah, they are. I mean, probably like half. I mean, it's pretty abysmal. Maybe an older Xeon wouldn't be as drastic, but having the power of this Xeon, well, it's a big difference, especially when I was doing, I think the Windows video yesterday on the last stream. I gotta say, it would have been drastically different, probably double or triple the speed. So yeah, and the 13,700K isn't great with virtualization. It's just not. It's not the strength of any of those lines. So since my main primary purpose is playing old games, I don't really need the bleeding edge, especially in the efficiency core realm. And I'm more in a virtualization side of things. To me, I don't know how anyone would buy an Intel in today's market. And that's coming from a guy that's bought Intel for so long. It's just, after dealing with the 13th gen virtualization, I was just like, yeah, this ain't gonna work for me. That's just too slow. And, real first world problems there. No, same camera. I haven't bought a new camera in 5 years, I think. Something like that. Still using M200s, Canon M200s here. I mean, I got aftermarket lenses. I think the lenses are actually more than the camera. But I have a tendency to use stuff until it's completely broken or doesn't work anymore. So that's what the camera situation is. And today we got to get this back going. Now, I already did all the hardware swaps and stuff because, well, nobody follows me for hardware advice. And let's repair the bootloader. So let me give a backstory before I hit the power button here. The system board was completely replaced, so that means there's not going to be any EFI entries on here. The all the hard drives have been swapped around into different spots. Some are removed, some are there. So we got like 6 hard drives. I don't know what I was doing with the system past that. So we'll have to reorganize that, I guess. And then I think all the hardware is recognized, but I don't know. So that's kind of where we're at. It's just you're gonna about to see like the first boot, and I was like, I could get this working before stream, but let's just make the stream about repairing a bootloader. And what does that look like if you just take hard drives and slap them into a new PC? I think you kind of see now Windows is a little more resilient than Linux in this regard, and Windows has a tendency to actually wipe out EFI entries. So this is actually a good video if Windows ever removes the EFI entries, or you switch hardware out and then you're like, crap, nothing boots, or it doesn't quite work right because you got the wrong microcode drivers. All those things are important. Although we're coming from 13th gen, so we're using Intel U code. So yeah, the microcode's going to be the same between Xeon and the 13th gen. So that shouldn't actually change. Did I not put repair? What did I put repair? Oh, raper. Well, we'll change the title whenever I get the system up and going. All right, let's go. Enough chatter. Let's just jump right into it. It's a holiday. Oh, 1 second. I forgot to put the power cable in. That's important. All right, now let's go. The one downside to this, how did you fix the BIOS and HP? I didn't. They replaced the entire system board. The entire motherboard got replaced. They ripped the entire damn thing out. Thanks, HP. Appreciate that. You get, like, when you buy one of these crazy expensive workstations, they give you a 3-year warranty. I didn't, but somebody that sponsored me did. Oh man, we're coming up on the death of Windows 10. Unless you're using LTFC. I think we should install Windows 10 just to honor our fallen brother. Oh, I didn't really have issues with the 13,700K. Ironic. It was just slow compared to a Xeon, which, you know, I just wasn't prepared for how much slower that is in the virtualization realm. So, yeah. All right. Well, let's boot and fix our bootloader. It doesn't look like it actually added a Windows boot here. All right, cool. We got the HP Wolf with the flashbang. Woo, doggies. All right, let's see what we got on here. I think I got something. All right, cool. Arch Linux. We'll just repair it in Arch. Weird beeping sound. I'm sure it's okay. Oh no, my 2 terabyte NVMe SSD is getting cooked bad sectors. Rough. Very rough. Although I just bought a 4 terabyte NVMe and I think I got it less than 200 bucks. So NVMe prices have really come down. Man, I remember back in my day, it was 256 gigabytes and that was like $200. But now it's so cheap, man. I'm like, oh my God, you get so much. Anyways. Okay, so let's set font so you guys can actually read this. Hell, I can barely read this. All right. Blow it up a little bit. All right. So if we go here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hard drives. Something like 20 partitions probably. Okay. Let me think here. I would say NVMe E0N1 based on the structure there. That's going to be Windows. NVMe N1 is going to be Linux. Although, why is there 3 partitions there? That's kind of odd. Why is there an 811 meg partition? P3. It's only 800 megs, but still. That's very strange. Okay. Let's go wipe. We're going to wipe file system dev. SDD. I don't know what SDD is. So let's just get rid of that. Now, I think there was another, what was, yeah, let's just go -- all. And I'll do a force as well. I'm just not sure what the heck was on SDD. So, when in doubt. Yeah, now SDD's gone. What was on SDC? I don't know what that's either, so let's just go wipe SDC as well. Yeah. All right, cool. Oh, wait, that's my USB drive that I booted from. Oops. All right, well, we better not screw this up because Ah, Chris. Dang it. I knew I should have had my coffee before I started the stream. Idiot. Ah. All right, well, whatever. Let me take a sip of this V8 sparkling energy. V8, you need a little more energy, a little less sparkling. Because that wasn't good. Okay. Should have had coffee. Should have just had coffee.
Yeah, well.
Dennis, thanks for the sub on tier 1, man. All right. How am I going to do this? Let's go the easy method. Let's go mount MNT. Or actually, let's go mount dev NVMe E1 N1. And then we're going to start with P2 for partition 2. And we're going to mount that to MNT. Then we're going to go mount dev, same thing, except we're going to go P1. And this is going to be MNT boot. Mount point doesn't exist. Really? Oh, well, that's very much a Windows partition there. Okay, well, I was wrong. Oops. Man, I'm just making all kinds of mistakes. That's okay. That's why we mount and check before we look at it. Let's go mount dev NVMe E0, actually. N1. And we're going to go P2. Oh, I did a home partition here, didn't I? Ugh, gross. Yep, that's exactly what I did. I'm so fired. Okay, well, anyways. Mount dev NVMe 0 N1 P1. That's going to be MNT boot. And then we're going to mount dev NVMe 0 N1 P3 into MNT home. So if we do LSBLK again, now you can see we have that. And now MNT, if we go over to MNT boot, that should be our bootloader. Fantastic. And if we look at home, it should say Titus. Yes, 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 yes. And then we're going to arch chroot into that. And then we should be able to repair this thing. Oh, no. No. I didn't mean to boot. Come on back. Come on back. Nope. Let's quit. Okay. Oops. Why is my bash RC launched that? That was bad. All right. Terrible. Keyboard. Actually, the keyboard I have. I'm glad you asked, Zcat. I am on a Logitech MX Mechanical. It's kind of old school. It's okay. It's nice. It's quiet. It's wireless. Pretty easy. And it has, I can switch between 3 systems relatively easy. I don't know. It's not great, but it's not terrible. It's like a good middle ground for me. I like it though. It feels good. Okay. So the easiest way to repair your bootloader. Now, if we look at boot manager, we got a lot of options here. Yeah, I mean, you know, Logitech works. That's the thing. Logitech works. All right. How do we want to approach this? We got no boot at all. What if Yeah, time to make a 6-shot. Man, I would kill for a 6-shot espresso drink. My goodness. So I'm gonna run that over to my house ASAP. All right, let's go. Probably the easiest way is just do grub install and EFI directory equals boot. And then dev NVMe 01 N1 I think that's it. Right? We're not in it. We're not in M&T. Are we? Oh no. Damn it. Okay, so we got out of the chroot when we launched in. How the hell am I going to fix that? Fixing the bootloader right now. Raw and YouTube. No, the target 64 is overkill. The problem is we're not actually chrooted in. Man, that's just unfortunate. CD root. Ah. Oh, sure. What? Okay. Actually, let's go nvim. So I think what's happening is on launch when I'm doing it. Yeah, sure. When I'm on launch, I think I have something in here that launches DWM or some crap. Because when you chroot in, it should just be as oops. Huh. Yep, never mind. We'll just save that out. Okay. Sorry guys, a little bit of a false start here. Now we can chroot in without it doing any kind of shenanigans. Yes. All right, now we can do grub install. God, I've just been fat fingering everything this morning. This is why I don't jump in and do early streams. It's always a disaster, but sometimes that's entertaining for folks. I don't know. Oh yeah, Microsoft Monday. It's right. Two things. That's so true. Well, my system's not booting, Calum, because we had to switch out to old the wolf, the Xeon Wolf. We had to bring it back. I was missing the Xeon speed, and I was just like, I have to. E0 N1. I think that's what we need. Fantastic. Now if we look, we should have Arch. Okay, Arch is there. But we need to change that boot order. Can we just like get rid of those other ones? Yeah, we probably could. Let's go EFI boot MGR. Let's go help. Let's delete some boot numbers. I'm a big fan of deleting things this morning. You know what I'm saying? Let's go with that. So let's just change our EFI boot from here. So we're gonna go EFI boot manager -B for delete. And then can we just say like boot 000, like I have no idea what 3 is. Please specify an entry to delete. See the -B option. You think it's just like 003 maybe? Maybe the boot is redundant. No. Okay, B. Delete boot num. Ah, okay. Well, that should work, right? Oh, that's right. And then you have to add the B at the end and then specify the boot number. Oh, okay. So then it would be B and then -B and then you'd go 003. And then like 004, 005, 006, 7. Let's just delete all the boots. Evo. It's 8, 9. Dang, look at how many boot options I have here. It is astonishing. I guess I should say had. Let's get rid of 0. Let's just go. Let's just see what happens with the wolf. What happens when you remove all these? I like it. All right. We deleted almost every single boot option we have now. And now we just have Arch and then the actual hard drives themselves. Now, I think Windows is on the Western Digital Black there in NVMe. And I think if we actually tried to boot from it, it may actual boot. But I don't really care. Because all I want to just get me back into my Arch. So let's exit. Let's umount all. And then let's reboot. Let's see if that works. I think that should have repaired it. All right. Yeah, it'll probably recreate those entries. Maybe not, though. Oh, I want to go ahead and throw another GPU in here too. So we got 2 GPUs in here as well. Pass-through might be broken. Oh, well, I'm pretty sure it is broken. But I was like, we'll go ahead and toss this in. I don't know if it'll boot. So that's a thing. Hopefully. All right. Let's just boot into just mainline kernel. Let's go, Wolf. Show us your power. I saw a red there. Something red. All right, so let's log in. Well, that looks good. That's a positive. Now, I think my startup might be a little slower on the old networking. I can see it kind of going over here. There it goes. Fantastic. Okay. Now, let's look at our boot. Now that we've actually got it back up and going. Yeah, it still says O marquee. Remind me to change that. Yeah, super secure password. I think we need to check our journal CTL for boot entries. Just because it's working does not mean you should just be like, okay, everything's hunky-dory. The big thing here, honestly, in Windows, it's the same way. Like, you need to be checking Event Manager or Event Viewer and looking at administration events in Windows as well. Just because whenever you have a massive switch around, you kind of want to check to, hey, is it reading everything properly? I think the big thing I kind of curious about when I'm looking at it, did it read that Nvidia card? I slapped in an Nvidia card alongside the, it didn't read my USB pass-through properly. That shows an incorrect, no, it is. Kernel driver, VFIO. No, it's good. Okay, that's fine, but for where's my, I should be having an Nvidia and an AMD in here. Now, here's my Nvidia. What? It's using Nvidia GPU driver. On the 1660. So that needs to be passed through. Add some pass through there. So we need to change that. And then we also have the AMD 7800 XT in here too. So we got two GPUs. I just need to set that one up as well. Hell, this might turn into pass-through day. But let's also check journal, CTL, priority equals 3. Okay, let's go boot as well, I think. So, what do we have? Yeah, so we have some Nvidia errors, which I figured because I slapped that card in there. OpenLink Hub. What the heck is OpenLink Hub? I don't even know what that is. I don't even remember. I probably installed something I shouldn't have. libvirt D. That's normal because it takes a while for that startup. So that's, we can ignore. And then we got some duplicate launches of Dunst, I think. What's this dumped core though? Oh, Desktop. Okay, so that's just junk. That's this. Okay. So actually nothing really bad that I see. Also, I was playing around with an old game that I absolutely love, Final Fantasy XI Online. Shout out to the 3 other people that play it with me. And I was really working on Bluetooth and getting like Bluetooth controller support really dialed in. It's funny because Windows Bluetooth's always been terrible, right? Linux has always been like kind of hit and miss, but I've noticed something in recent years the Steam Deck has done a great job with Bluetooth, and Bluetooth on the Steam Deck is pretty darn reliable, much more reliable than it's ever been on Windows or Linux, just stock. So I was like, man, I really want to work on dialing in Bluetooth and having a really good Bluetooth configuration, because that would be pretty cool to do. It's on my to-do list. I just haven't got around to that yet. Oh, really? Libvirt suggests splitting it up instead of the monolithic daemon. Okay. I haven't heard that. I'm using old school, man. That's the thing about Linux. It moves fast. Things change. I love it. It's like, you can come back to like Mac and Windows like 10 years from now, and you'll be like, oh, cool. All these legacy systems are still here. Nothing's really changed. They just slapped a new coat of paint on top of it. That's the thing about Linux, though. Sometimes a lot of the underneath, for love it or hate it, it does change quite often. What doesn't work today may work tomorrow, and what works today might not work tomorrow. Can you show how to do pass-through? Yeah, let's do pass-through, because I need to fix that. So we need to specify the VFIO driver. Probably the best way that I've seen is Hikari Knight. Shout out Hikari, man. Long time back in the day. I think it was like 2019 when I was talking to Hikari. He was one of the very first subscribers I had. And he was like, hey, man, here's how I set up some docs and how to do pass-through. It's fantastic. Good night. Got a couple comments on YouTube there. All right. So if we go into his VFIO setup docs and go into his wiki, let's just go through the setup here. We're just going to walk through. Now, he has another project called Quick Pass-Through, which is just a script. I think he wrote it in Go, and then there's also a fork for just straight bash if you're interested. But I'm going to just try and do it manual, because I have such a funky system, and I've already set up a bunch of pass-through that I'm kind of like, I don't really want to so much mess around too much. I just kind of want to do a quick fix here. So I'm pretty sure for our grub, we were already doing IOMMU. IOMMU. If you're unfamiliar what that does, it essentially takes like big groupings. So like when you're doing like let me make sure I can explain this. I'll show you. LSPCI, KNN. I can't type today. So when you're doing this, you see how these giant groups exist? Well, with IOMMU, a lot of times these groupings will actually get split a lot more. And you might be thinking, Titus, why does that matter? Because typically, like let's say you're going to pass through something, you'd have to pass through this entire group all at once. So if you're going to pass through this one thing, you got to pass through these other three. Now, if you have IOMMU off, a lot of times it groups more of these together. So instead of just passing through 4 devices, essentially, you would be passing through 8 or 10, and a lot of times that won't work. So that's why you do IOMMU. Now, that's very big oversimplification. There's many other things about that, but that's the gist of it. So you always do it typically if you're doing pass-through. But let's check real fast. Let's go sudo invim etc default grub. Now we're doing IOMMU, and we also need some PCI pass-through IDs too, which I'm sure he'll get to. Yep, so we're doing that. Great. Now we need to do init RAM modules, we've already done that. Essentially just adding VFIO as a driver. So back here, we'll have that. So if we go, let's just go grep Nvidia. Maybe grep 1660. Okay, so 75 colon is going to be the pass through that we need. So let's grep 75 colon. Yes. So we need to pass through all of these devices right here. So let's just grab that. And gravy, and we're going to pass these in as well. So colon that, and then we got 1A EB, then we got 1A EC, and then we also have 10 DE colon 1A ED. Perfect. And you remember what I said about those groups. You got to take all of them with you. You can't just pass through the GPU, because you got to remember the audio's part of that card. The host controller's part of that card. This is actually back when they had the USB host controllers. Typically you're only going to have 3 these days, but those are all part of that graphics card. We're going to pass through all of it. So gravy. After making any changes to old grub, you're going to need to run sudo grub make config. You're going to want to output that to boot grub.cfg. And then that's going to output everything there. Fantastic. All right, continuing on. What else do we got? As far as stubbing goes, this is where we specify the pass-through. So let's go into mod probe and see what we have. We're gonna go etc mod probe. Now let's cat novu. We're just blacklisting novu. We have our options for KVM here. That's cool. Nothing really needs to be changed. Let's look at our VFIO and see what we need to add here. Now, VFIO is wrong. So, let's modify that. Why does that look so wrong? Let's pull that default grub again. I don't want to reinvent the wheel here. So, why is 125.0014, and then we added all these? Okay. Let's just take that whole thing. We're going to yank it. And we're going to go sudo invim VFIO. And we'll paste all that. Fat fingered that. Me and my inferior NeoVim skills. Primogen would be disappointed. One of these days, my motions will get better. Slowly. Check back in 10 years. Can you ask Claude to fix your system? I mean, the problem I have with LLMs is a lot of times they hallucinate, man. And when you're hallucinating with some of these drivers, that can be very bad. That can be very, very bad. You know what I'm saying? So it's best to kind of pay attention. All right, so we got that. We already grabbed those devices. You add them to the mod probe PCIe. You got that in there. We've already done that, but we need to look at etc modules now. So let's go sudo invim etc modules. Huh. What the heck is net filter? Oh, I did something there. I can't remember what that was. What about this GNU utils? It's just a commented file. So nothing really. Really? Well, that's odd. I don't see the modules file at all. I have our mod probe. Huh. It's deprecated. Okay. Yeah. We'll just skip it. All right, then we got that. We've already added the VFIO Passthrough IDs. Gravy. Looks good. We already did our upgrade. Since I'm on Arch, you don't do update grub. You do grub dash mkconfig space dash o space dash boot dash grub cfg. Of course, it's such an easier command than update dash grub. Those Debian peasants. Us superior Arch users like it that way. All right, isolating and stuffing your GPU using system deboot. We don't need. All right, tell KVM to ignore MSRS. Avoid blue system of death. We've already done that. AppArmor, not using, but you need to expand that if you do use AppArmor. I'm sure if you're a Fedora user, you're gonna need to do something with SE Linux as well. Good. I think that's it, guys. Gravy. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Pass-through's done. I don't know why people say it's so hard. Done. Done. Did I do the mkconfig after making those changes? Pretty sure I did. All right. Alrighty, we'll reboot. Let's get it. I don't think I'm gonna do limonite, I don't know. I can't say it. Grub just sounds better to me. I like my grub, Peter. I'm never giving up grub. Grub till the end of my days. It's the best. Grub is a broken mess on Arch. I've told you many times. I like my broken messes. I think it's been established at this point. Oh, that's true. That's true. Fear mentions I should have looked at mkinit.conf. We might have some issues. Flawless. I did Kitty for a long time. I was on Alacrity for a good bit there. I remember one of my first YouTube videos I did Terminator. Shout out old Terminator project. These days, actually, though, I'm using Ghosty. Ghosty's really nice. I love the team behind it, and it has I can watch. I can view images. I can play videos in my terminal. Oh my gosh, it's just a beautiful, beautiful terminal. So as far as terminals go, Ghosty's kind of my jam. What's going on here? Hey HP Wolf. I gave you a second shot, brother. Don't let me down. What are you doing? What's going on here? Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, so Ghosty had a big latency when it first launched on Linux. It seems like they've knocked that down, Peter. Looks a lot better. I disabled secure boot. Ooh, actually, did I? Sorry, here comes a flashbang for all you people. Prepare your eyes.
Yeah, well.
Arm, thanks for this prime.
Do the vibes.
All right, let's go into BIOS setup here. I forgot I needed to change all this around anyways. Security. TPM embedded security. Yeah, okay, cool. Sure start. No. Sure start security. No. Nope. Nope. Okay, great. Next up, secure boot. That's off. Smart cover. Disabled. System security. We're going to leave all that. That's fine. Secure platform management. Let's disable all this out of band crap. I am good. Lights out my butt. All right. Physical presence interface. What the hell does that mean? No. Okay. Let's disable that too. All right. Let's go down. Utilities. System management command. Nope. All right. Advanced. All right. Sorry, guys. We're going to just go through these options really fast, as you do if you're doing PCI pass-through. USB storage boot. Fast boot. SD. We are not going to do any kind of network boot, so PXE, and all that's going to go off. After boot found. UEFI diagnostics. Stop's fine. Prompt on memory size change. Yeah, that's fine. All right, that looks good. Network devices. All right. SATA controller. Don't care. iSCSI. Oh, that's cool. We can configure iSCSI and do like a target from like the NAS box back there. Well, that'd be fun. All right, I think that's pretty good. The big things, the virtualization, having that turned on. Everyone's your BIOS can look way different than mine. All right, let's save those changes. Wait about 2 minutes for this to go through. HP does not have a dark theme. Sorry. Well, at least not from a server perspective. Now, I have theories on why that is. Now, I think HP workstations do have a dark theme on their BIOS, but for whatever reason, servers do not. And I think they did it that way specifically to make sure any sysadmins won't fall asleep while they're working on the server. Just like flashbang. To request to disable cloud management, please enter the passcode displayed below to complete the change. Okay. 8962. Okay. A request has been changed for secure boot. Type this in for authorization. All right. 1680. Physical presentation interface. Supported. All right, whatever. 3876. A request has been made to disable your system's runtime intrusion detection. Yep. 5652. All right, cool. Number inner generator game has finished. Now we reboot again. Now we're very safe. Now that we've disabled all the out-of-band crap from HP, you'd think it would actually make the system boot faster, but you'd be wrong. It still boots slow as molasses, but that's every server. Every server's like it. It'll take a little bit. It'll sit there and reboot like 2-3 times while it enables these changes. Oh man, it would be funny if I nuked this thing. It would be pretty hilarious if I did. I mean, it is me. If there's a way to break it, I usually find out. So every single one of these numbers that we entered for a safety, like the disabling of the out-of-band access, which is the cloud management. And some people are like, Titus, what do you mean out-of-band access? What that means is if the power is off and there is a network connection, you can actually signal from the cloud to turn the system on. Yeah, I don't want that. I could see it benefits for that, especially if it's like in a data center or something like that, where you'd have to drive to the data center. That would really suck. But in this instance, obviously, it's in my house. I don't have any use case for that. There's no point when I'm like on vacation, be like, ooh, let me get some work done on my main system. So yeah, absolutely not. Does it have an IME interface? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, no, actually, Intel management interface. I think it's still there, but HP has like its own interface built in. Last I checked, they called it ILO. I think it was lights out. This is 10 years ago when I was doing data center stuff. So God knows what it's called now. All right, here we go. Let's go. Let's get our pass-through. And then we'll get on Windows. Get the old pass-through going. All right. Now, let's go LSPCI. Oh, forgot to do K. So I think it was 75, right? On grep. Remind me, chat would know the answer to this. How do you do the over under? Displaying of like 3 lines after a match. What's the over under in grep? I cannot remember for the life of me at this point. Coffee. Coffee's all that my brain thinks of right now. To think I got paid for decades for working in the morning. Hilarious. All I did was drink their coffee. That's all they knew. Is it tail 3? I don't think it's tail 3. Tail 3... is it just tail and head? Yeah, I didn't think that was it. Oh. No, then that's just gonna run the tail command. See? And then it just chops that off. When you grep, you can say grep this line and then also grab the lines above and below. Yeah, there we go. Pat got it. I think it's -B. That looks right. Thanks, Pat. You are the best. You can also do grep-A. So, based on this, actually, that was before. We need after. All right. We got VFIO right here. Perfect. VFIO right there. Perfect. Don't really care about the USB host controllers or any of this crap, but it is also here. Fantastic. That is what we wanted. We're grepping the colon. So if you're grepping, if you do a dash uppercase A, this means after the match found in this command that is run, display the 3 lines after the match. It matched 75 colon based on this, and then it displayed 3 lines after. So if you have this massive LSPCI output, you just match that one line. So it grabs that one line and then it grabs the 3 lines after it. So that's why you would do it the -A, 3, perfect. And if you want to grab before it, like you want to grab that line and then grab the 3 before it, you'd do a capital B, as we did up here. Pretty slick, man, I gotta say. I knew that it existed. I don't know why I keep forgetting it. I should do an article or a video about it or something. So then, because I mean, no matter what operating system you're in, if you don't know grep, what are you doing with your life? You're just causing problems for yourself. You're just being difficult at that point. All right, sorry. Now, Virtual Machine Manager. You know, on this pass through, I just got to thinking, crap, we got to set up Looking Glass. Ah, jeez. Do I still have that dummy HDMI? Ah. All right, one sec. Nope. One second. Aha! Yes! You see nothing behind the curtain. Well. Okay. Now, before we do the PCI pass-through, the other thing I want to set up here, what we need. Oh, oopsies. One second. Let's fix these pass-throughs. Crap. The other thing I just thought of. So this is working, but we can only pass through the Nvidia. Ah, that's right. I was passing through the network as well. That's not work. Yeah, I know. It's wild that this was all done in my garage. Yeah, whenever my mom comes down and stays, I actually put her in here. Because we don't have a guest bedroom. She likes it though. She's like, oh, it's nice. And I pick up and try and get all this electronic crap kind of hidden a little bit. So, the main issue I'm going to have here is I need to get that network going. Now, if we go net sh, no, sorry, sudo virsh net, I think it's a list. Yeah, dash all. We got no networks at all. Damn, okay. We need to create a network. You know what? We're gonna consult the Linux book, actually. I know everyone thought I was making a book about Linux just for them, but in reality, I always forget that I make all the chapters in here. Whenever I run into something, I'm like, crap, I didn't write that down. I just add it to the book. Yep, I do, Nav. It's pretty nice, though. And I have cats inside, too, and stuff. And with kids and cats and everything, all that, trust me, I would prefer to sleep out here. I made the best dog house in the world, y'all. All right. Let's see. Why does your internet not work? I think I got one of those. I just researched this the other day. Here, let's grab it real fast. I think it's a disable all power saving using network manager on Linux. So Wi-Fi power save, I don't care about. The problem I'm running into is wake on LAN and energy saving. Yeah. That's what it is. So let's go nm CLI connection. Actually, let's go ml CLI device show. Oh, actually, that's not what I needed. Let's go connection show. All right. So we got a couple different connections here. We only have, that's not right. What? All right. I always forget the syntax here. Let's add. Can we not? I don't know why these aren't managed. Oh, you know what? I bet Wake on lands in BIOS too, duo. Yeah. Yeah, Wake on LAN usually causes all kinds of efficiency issues. But the other thing I'm seeing here is these should have IPs. And if we do a look, they don't. this one is up. So ENS1 is this guy, but it doesn't look like it actually is grabbing an IP, which that's problematic. Huh. What did I screw up here? Connection up. Let's just go it's not available on device ENO because the device has no carrier. And I can't activate it. What? Okay, that one's... But what's wrong with this one? Oh, I think I screwed something up somewhere. Hey, how's it going, Yak? No, it's not the IPv6. It's something with Network Manager. Let me try and unplug it. Plug it back in, maybe. Nope. It has link light. So link light's there. Well, let's check ETH tool. And let's go EMP1S0. What's the link on this guy? Speed 1000. Oh. Let's just feed this into Jippity. Fix this for Network Manager. Boom. What if we just delete it? It's still trying to do normally, but yeah, that's not gonna work. Let's test to make sure. Why is that like that? Let's see. Okay. Now, I unplugged the one. Okay, so yeah. It's not reading my fiber. Well, that's disappointing. Okay. Well, I think the issue here is none of that. The issue is the ENS. I'll let it come up. Hey, bud. Network interfaces file correct? Maybe not. God knows what I did with that file. I've taken this system and we've swapped hard drives. We've done everything. ENS1 in here is a fiber connection, but is not getting address from Network Manager in Arch Linux. Oh, okay. We could manage. Let's look at the comp file too. Maybe I did something special with the comp file. Yeah, I'm using Dunce. What are you using, Peter? Yeah, it's SFP fiber. Direct attached cable though. So I didn't I didn't do it myself. I just bought one. I'm too lazy. Let's go to Network Manager Conf. What does this look like? Well, not much going on there. DHCP issues. I don't think it's managed by Network Manager, so let's try this. Okay. Now, so we added that type. Let's see, nm CLI dev vice show. Okay, well that's the show. Sorry. Let's do connection show. Okay. So 1 and 2. What the hell is EMP7 then? Right? Oh yeah, that's not a thing at all. So let's go. Now ENS1 should give us 10 gig connection. So let's go ETH tool ENS1. Yeah, okay, 10 gig. There it is. Perfect. Yeah, PCI card for SFP. That's the other motherboard. Since we did a swap here, that makes sense. So let's go nm CLI. Let's clean up some of these connections. Delete. And then I think we can just go EMP7. Something like that. Perfect. Now the other question I have is wired connection 1. Oh hell, let's just delete that one too. You know what I'm saying? I hate leaving these behind. Kind of want it to look clean, even though I have another one that's not plugged in right now. So now everything's managed by Network Manager. We're looking good. We have IPs with all of it. Now I want to pass through EMP1 to let's just do a bridge connection. I'm not going to actually do a Network Manager pass through. I think I did a write up on that. I did it before. Yeah, creating a bridge connection. Let's go connection add type bridge. And then bridge slave. We'll add that. And then we're just going to do auto. Perfect. Thanks, Jippity. Yeah, got me. Pointed in the right direction at least. Now, what was that called? It was EMP1S0. Interface. EMP1S0. Perfect. And then we're just going to grab DHCP for that. Where did we go wrong? Let's delete that wired connection too. Wired 2. I think that's causing problems. Let's just delete that guy, clean that up. Yeah, get rid of that guy. Now let's do a show. All right, that's looking better. So then the slave is up. We got our bridge. Now, unknown connection BR0. That should be bridge -0. Perfect. So then we got our bridge set to DHCP. Then we just bring it up. NM CLI con up, and then bridge BR0.
The dude abides.
Activated. Mazy, thank you for the prime. Well, that's looking good. I really do like Network Manager a bunch. It's just, I think, a great tool. Now, there's a lot of different things out there. Now, son of a biscuit eater, this is still not working, though. Well, say that. Do I need to bring that up? I think I do. All right, let's add this to here. Bridge name BR0. I think that's fine. So we'll go BR0 net. We're going to create this and then we'll just define it. So we're just going to go. I've actually already done this. Probably when I was writing this article. Then start that. Oh no, we need to define it. My bad. I missed the definition. All right, so then we define this. Right now we're defining the bridge network with the virtual machine. Then we'll start it. And then we're also going to set it to auto start, so we don't have to remember after reboot. Then that should be good. Now our virtual machine should have a network. Although the thing I'm kind of like, oh, there it goes. Okay, nope, we're good. I was like, bridge should come up with an IP, and it did. I guess I just didn't wait long enough. I still think there's some funky power saving crap going on here. Tree huggers took over and made our Ethernet run slower on the startup. I'm thinking, we need to disable that. Nobody likes slow configuration here. I think that's all good though. We're solid now. If we go into our NIC, actually let's add. And we're going to go network, virtual network, bridge network. Boom. That's all we need. Finish. So now it'll just use that bridge network for the IP. And when we go start, we should have some love here. There we go. Now, this isn't GPU pass-through yet. You might be thinking, Titus, what about that old GPU we've stubbed off and it's ready to pass through? Like, yep, totally agree with you. But before we get into that, I really want to make darn sure, one, internet works. Two, we have remote capabilities into this box, because we're going to have to rip out the GPU driver that exists now and only do pass-through. And then we also have to enable Looking Glass. So what Looking Glass does is it copies the frame buffer from your GPU into your current system. So you have almost no latency. You can play games really, really, really easily. And that's just fantastic. Also, it just dawned on me, we have never checked. What are we running at, by the way? Yeah, running about 80C. Still seems kind of hot. Like, HP has like this whole proprietary cooling system in their stuff. It still runs at 80C. Now, Xeons do run hotter. I mean, it's 200 watts. But, man, for it being proprietary, you'd think it'd be worth a little bit better. You know, they make this whole like sales pitch, but then as soon as I pull it up, it's always 80C. And I'm like, bruh, your shit sucks. You made this entire cooling system, but at the end of the day, for this being a $5,000 PC and it running at 80C, I think you guys kind of suck. So HP, you need to do better. That's all I'm saying. That's pretty bad. On a brand new cooler, it just got reseated by the tech. So I know that paste on there should be good, unless the tech screwed. I wasn't watching. The tech might have not put enough paste or something on there, but even still, that seems wild. On 12% load, I think we got to stretch the legs and see how high we can get that processor, huh? We should really run it through its paces. Start building something, see how high it goes. No, you can't slap a cooler on this thing. There's so much proprietary crap in these HP workstations. There's no modifying. None of the power delivery is even standardized. And like, if you have the case off, it won't even start. There's a whole bunch of strange things they do with these. So they're not really meant to be worked on. And maybe the solution here is to do like my own Xeon board and my own custom build, but I just don't want to spend that much money. So yeah. Okay. So this is fine. Let's get let's go Tiger VNC. Same thing on Lenovo, hot garbage. Yeah, you know, it's kind of sad how bad. I guess it's just the state of the world when it comes to. It doesn't necessarily have to be good. It just has to be unrepairable. Do we want Tiger VNC or no? Actually, I think we want Tight VNC, right? God bless, I can't remember. It's been a while. Is it Tiger VNC? I don't think I think Tiger VNC I was using for some stuff, but no, I think I was using Tight VNC. I think this is. Yeah, let's go Tight VNC actually. Yeah. Search Tight VNC. We'll go Glab Soft Tight VNC. Tiger would work too. I've used both. I think I prefer Tight VNC just a bit more. But what we're doing now is with VNC, I want to be able to remotely control this outside of the VNC. Because if I break the GPU, I want to be able to install like graphics drivers and other things. maybe install like Looking Glass or tweak Looking Glass with Looking Glass not being operational. That's why like having an external VNC, I like it because you don't have to one-shot the install. You can kind of poke around, screw things up, and still end up getting a working system at the end of the day. All right, there's tight VNC. Accept. Did I already have this going? Okay. 59. Yep. Extra points. Gravy. So then, if we're here, let's say we have this closed out. Let's go File, Quit. So right now it's running in the background, but now we're back in Linux, right? If we go into Ramina, Ramina. Now, if we look at that, that's not what I needed. Those are my inside PCs. 1 second. Not the right one. I think. Oh, dang. Did I? No, I didn't close completely out of that, did I? Okay. So if we look at this, let's go view details. And we go to Nick. It's 147 is our IP. Let's add that. So we're going to call this name Passthrough. Passthrough VM. This is going to be a VNC. Ramina VNC plugin. Server's going to be 10.0.0.147. You can leave username blank. Type in our super secure password. Save and connect. And then we'd have complete remote access through the network. Now, I shouldn't have set like the dynamic resolution because that's kind of weird, but you get the gist. Gravy. All right, cool. So now we have remote access to that VM. That's going well. Oh, yeah, you can also do SSH. That's a good point, Pat. I like it. Man, Pat's got a bunch of great ideas. My goodness. Think, let me get on here 1 second. Pat, I'm gonna give you a sub, dude. You've earned your sub today. Because holy crap, you've had some great ones, man. You've had some really good comments, man.
Yeah, well,
I always encourage it.
to do the binds.
Of course, man. Of course. Appreciate the comments. All right. So we got our there. We got the PCIEs. Now we can pass it through probably. I want to install Looking Glass now. Before we pass it through, let's set up Looking Glass on the host. So let's go GitHub. And when was the last time I used Looking Glass? Oh, what are people using on Looking Glass now? B7? Still looks like it has pretty active development. Oh man, Peter, I've been playing some Final Fantasy XI actually again, and I've actually gotten into my Lutris. Really, you know, I really like Lutris. It's really developed into a pretty awesome game manager. I was having issues with my Xbox controller because I was doing a DirectX to DirectX 9 translation and then going from DirectX to Vulkan. And, you know, I think I've got it down pretty well. And then I'm also doing injection because I was doing some third-party tooling with Final Fantasy 11. And it was a little difficult to get going, but I think that's why I like it so much, is the challenge of it all. But I feel like I've got it dialed in just perfect now. It's an imperfect science to the whole how all that works. Even in Windows, it crashes all the time. But I feel like in Linux, I like it a lot better because Windows, for some odd reason, when you run over the 3 gig limit for old 32-bit games, it tends to crash, or kind of crashes, but not really. It just gets kind of laggy. Where on Linux, you get these hard crashes when you hit some of these memory limitations, even with like large address enabled and large address aware enabled. And it forced me to really kind of button it up and make it really as clean as possible. I feel like it's really, really good now. We'll see. I'm still playing with it. You know, you'll probably hound me. You know, in a year or two, I'll probably check it out. Yeah, I've tried Bottles. Bottles is not bad. More interested entries in the component store are artificially trimmed. Yeah. I feel like Coding Wonders, when it comes to Microsoft and Windows Server, I would say that's definitely one of those things where, let me see what works. We got number 5 open. We'll take you guys, put you on number 5. We'll grab YouTube and put it on number 5, just in case we got some folks. Chat, is that not working? All right, yeah, that's working. Take old YouTube, pop it out, toss it over on number 5. All right, there we go. Perfect. Perfection. So on Looking Glass, do we want to do a git clone or do we want to just download the release? I feel like on this one, we just download the release. Let's just go to the website and see what they say. When in doubt. Actually, sorry. It's Looking Glass IO. Wrong website. There it is. Oh, old Wendell, level 1 tax, man. Doing God's work. All right, let's go download now. GOG and Epic Games launcher is better than Lutra's. Man, I need to look at it. Official stables B7. Released in March of 2025. Okay, so I think we just go B7 stable. So that's this year. I'm pretty happy with that. Source, Windows host. Okay, so in Windows, we'll go to IO, we'll download the Windows host. Now we also need to go and build the source code. Let's go to documentation. I don't think GOG is native. We're not going to do developer clone. We're going to do client build dependencies. I think a long time ago we already built this. I feel like this already has all the build dependencies, but I probably purged half this crap. So, yeah, no. Do we want to use AUR for this? I don't don't feel like we should. No. Chris, don't be lazy. Don't be lazy, Chris. We got this. Let's go. Looking glass. What do we got? Let's just extract here. So looking glass B7. I know it could be in chaotic, but I feel like if you're going to do looking glass, you need to build it. So the reason for the build, in my opinion, is there might be dependencies that you're going to need. And if you're building it and the build fails, it means you're missing some dependencies. At least that's where my mind's at. Let's just toss looking glass in here. CD looking glass. And that's kind of why I want to build. Also, if I use the AUR and there's like an update out of nowhere, I kind of want to make sure, because you need to have parity between and consistency between versioning when it comes to the host and the client. I don't want the client to just go, oh, there's an update, and then just update all of a sudden, and then now my host can't connect to a client that the version changed. So that's another reason why I kind of want to build from source, because I know it won't just automatically update anytime. Let's go make client build, cmake, and then a make. That looked good. Yeah, you could do a package hold. You're messing around with Looking Glass 3.0 version. What version is this? Thanks for letting me know, because I don't remember what the hell I was using. And then just Looking Glass, boom, done. That's cool. That looked like that worked pretty well. Now, B7 is version... I have no idea what version this is. I guess it's just version B7. I guess was I on B3 last time? That would have been 2021? Maybe. Huh. I feel like I was on B6. I was on B3. Dang, Adam. Okay. It's been a while. It's B3, man. My goodness. All right. Well, B7 it is today. Now, if we look, we have the Looking Glass client binary that we just made. So let's just copy that. And we're going to put that into .local bin. Perfect. So now we can access that Looking Glass anywhere, anytime. Fantastic. Next up, the host. The host. We need to do the host now. Now for this, I feel like we need to... Yeah, we're just going to do it here, right? And then I feel like we're missing something here. That's okay. We'll come back to the documentation. Looking Glass IO downloads. I feel like I'm jumping ahead. There's B7. Let's run that. Run anyways. Yep. Let's also make a desktop shortcut, sure. Fantastic. Okay. So now we have the host up and going. I'm going to close this out. And let's look at any other requirements we need to check before we try and launch into this bad boy. We're going to probably shut down, purge the existing driver, start doing the pass-through, and hopefully we won't even need to use the VNC server we set up in a perfect world. But I am usually far from perfect, so we shall see. Documentation, please. So we got the downloading, we got the host and client. Let's go to installation. VirtQEMU. Determining memory. You need to calculate the memory size, which is suitable for the maximum duration. 1080p is gonna be.
Yeah, well, the dude abides.
Bingo! Thank you for the tier 1. Failure to provide enough memory will cause Looking Glass to truncate the bottom of the screen. Okay, that's fine. 32 megs. I mean, honestly, it says that. Yeah, we'll go 32. We're not doing HDR. IVSH mem with KVR module. I don't remember that being an option. So get the headers. That's done. Go to the modules directory. DKM install dot.
Yeah, well, the dude abides.
Gay Microwave, thank you for the tier 1. All right, let's go. Z Looking Glass modules. Okay. Oh. Okay. And then you're just going DKMS install. We're gonna need some sudo for that. DKMS install. I wonder why they do the quotes around it. I feel like something's missing here. Maybe under the build directory? I have DKMS. Right? Oh, I don't. Oops. My bad. I was like, I thought I already had it installed. I must have purged it during one of my purge sessions when I was just uninstalling everything. All right, good to know. Headers is already installed though. All right, let's try that again. Nice. All right, so then we'll grab our KVM FR module, get that installed. Beautiful. Then we need to load it using the value you've already calculated. I've done the maths. We're going to do 32. Let's go,
yeah,
mod
well,
probe. Do it. Fluffy, thanks for the tier 1. Now we've mod probed our KVRFR. Oh man, Windows is going to be looking so nice when I'm done with this. And then I'm going to break it all over my knee like I did the last time. Oh, come on, what? Alternatively, you can make this setting permanent by creating the file KVFR. Yeah, we're going to do that. Why would you just do it non-permanently? All right, let's go to mod probe, make sure that's in there. etc mod probe. It is not. I do have a KVM there, but not anything. Options. You know, I think I'm going to toss that in the KVM, the existing mod probe. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to mess with that around with that too much. All right, don't forget to adjust static size MV to your needs. 32 is fine. All right, then for your convenience, you may load KVFR module when starting your computer when using system modules load service task. Okay. Let's just go here. KVMFR looking glass module under modules load. Let's do that. So we'll go modules load. And then we're going to go kvmfr.conf. Then we're adding this module load. Oops, forgot to do a sudo. We'll use that. All right, great. Just to make sure, I kind of botched that. All right, great. So that's in the modules load directory now. Perfect. Verification. You should see the output in your D message. You also see a new character device under dev KVMFR. So let's look at device KVFR, just make sure. And there it be. Now, I do remember there was a dependency issue with KVFR. KVM. So I remember at one, oh, not here. Oops. Let's go. Let's go dev. And let's grab KVM. Now, KVFR right here is assigned to root only for access. I want to say setting the read write on that was really important at some point in time. I remember having an issue with it. Maybe that's not the case anyway. Oh crap. Do I have a typo? I have a typo, don't I? What is it? Oh gosh. Oh heck, let's just make this VFIO Passthrough. At this point, that's kind of what we're doing. The whole stream went crazy. At least we fixed it 2 hours into the stream. So KVFR, what else do we have in this guide? That's great.
Yeah, well.
See that there.
The dude abides.
Balthazar, thank you, sir. Permissions. Ah, yeah. There you go. There it be. That was exactly what I was worried about. So instead of user, that needs to be Titus. That's my user. You can also do $user, I'm sure. And then you now have Titus KVM. But also let's make a udev rule so that won't happen anymore. etc udev rules, and we're gonna go 99 udev rules. So sudo nvim etc. So what udev rules will do, and we're gonna go 99. What Corsair crap did I have in here? Why is Corsair here? I don't have any Corsair junk. Apparently I did at one time. Oh, I had one of their crappy keyboards. I hated their keyboard. Oh my God, it was awful. That's right. My bad. Anyways, rules. So we're gonna go 99 KVMFR rules, type in that, but we need to change user to Titus.
The dude abides.
Quick Passthrough does a pretty good job. Dan, thank you for the gifted sub. All right, perfect. So then we've set that up. We've got our rules done. Now we need to modify libvirt to take advantage of it. Block libvirt XML configuration, a domain in turn, modifying XML domain namespace to modify namespace, edit the domain tag at the top of blah, blah, blah. All right, what do we got? Oh, yeah. Yeah. So we're going to take this guy, put it here. I think at this point in time, we can shut you down. We're going to go into details, XML, overview. So right now, you can only do domain type. Here, let me bring this over a little bit. Domain type is KVM. But we need to make sure it's all of this. So we're going to take that, paste it in. So we're going to do a schema QEMU 1.0 on the end of the domain type. Then add QEMU command line block, which is going to be the ish mim plane and looking glass with the dev KVMFR. Easy peasy, right? As long as I don't already have it in here somewhere. God knows, I can't remember last time I did looking glass. I think it was when I did a video about it, like what, 2 years ago? Something like that. Is this command line block supposed to be in devices? In domain. Just in domain. Okay. I'm gonna put it towards the end, actually. We'll put it after devices. Now QEMU doesn't have any like tab controls, but we're gonna try and make it look uniform. It doesn't really matter, probably. Oh, nope. Not that. Hell with it. We're gonna do a tab. It's fine. Now we're going to apply that. And that's good. Using legacy syntax on QEMU 6 and libvirt 7.9 may cause QEMU to abort with the following error message. Blah, blah, blah. In use. Running libvirt may violate AppArmor. CR groups. Whatever. All that should be good. All right. That feels pretty good. So we're doing with the KVMFR one. I want to say we used IVSH MIM with shared memory last time. So this will be a different way of actually doing it. I kind of want to do clipboard synchronization as well. That would be pretty dope. So let's go to Spice VMC here. I think I already have this. Where? I think actually we can just click this. And what are we doing different? Well, that looks exactly what I have already done. I haven't tried Cockpit. Makes for a better VM management experience. Oh, dude. All right, I'm going to try that. Bingo. All right, MemBalloon. VO MemBalloon device enables the host to dynamically reclaim memory from your VM by growing the balloon inside the guest. Hey, everybody likes growing their balloon. Reserving reclaim memory. libvirt adds devices to guest by default. Find the MemBalloon tag and set it to none. Okay, well, let's go over to Overview, XML. Let's find the old MemBalloon. Make sure our balloon is memming correctly. I wish there was a find. Got our network, VFIO, TPM. Here's the MemBalloon right there. All right, MemBalloon, we're gonna go model none. So we're gonna be changing the ballooning. Bam. So we're gonna take that entire section out. Almost got it. So close, but now it's perfect. All right, cool. Apply that. Additional tuning. Don't assign all your CPU. Yeah, correctly pin your VM CPU threads using that to your CPU architecture. You know, I think if we were doing the 13th gen Intel with the efficiency cores, I probably could have done some pinning, and I bet you I could have gotten a lot better performance. If you're on NUMA architecture, I'm not. Just because GPU is a slot does not mean x60. Yep. Make sure your CPU model type is set to host pass-through. So your guest operating system. All right. Let's go CPU. We will be at host pass-through. Perfect. Everything else looks good here. Let's rock. Display. Video is what we're going to kill. So we're going to just click on this. We're going to set it to none. Apply. Then we're going to pass through the entire PCIe Express. So we're going to go PCI host device. We're going to scroll down to 75. That's our Nvidia's right here. We're going to add every single thing in the 75 region. 75. And 2 more. PCIe 75. Got our USB. Which is kind of cool. Like, I'm thinking about doing like a little extension off of this and use that USB on the... I kind of like that about the 2000 series cards. All right, great. So then we got our entire Nvidia card passed through. Everything's gravy. We will need to reboot. We did that entire module. That's gonna have to reboot up. Other than that, I think we're good. Anything I missed, chat? Let's check in with chat before the reboot. See if there's anything. I think we're good. Oh man, Starfield. Actually, I think the 16 times the detail was Fallout 76. Shadow Fallout 76. The 1660 is fine. What about the 4070? The 4070 I ended up taking and putting on my inside PC. So that's what I ended up doing. May not work with the dot rules or the KVMFR rules. Yeah, I set that up. So we should be fine. Oh man, I never did play through Borderlands 3. I'll probably pick up Borderlands 4 whenever it goes on sale for like 20 bucks. If you're interested, Crafter, I think I have a playlist about VFIO. God, how long ago was it I made that? I need to do probably some more YouTube videos. I feel like I might do something like that. Pair bootloader. Oh, actually, let's just go edit. Repair bootloader and VFIO Passthrough enable with looking glass. There we go. We'll save that. All right. I think we pretty much did this. Did we install the host application? I forget. Yeah, we did. Well, one way to figure it out. Hold on to your butts, y'all. Let's go. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Peter. You know, I feel like there was something I was missing. You're right. Yeah, there's that stupid course. I honestly don't need the Dogma either. I don't use either of those anymore. So let's go 10 and then 99 Corsair. All right. Yep. So now we just got our 99 KVMFR. Clean that up. I go through so much hardware. Still repairing the title. Really? Was it? Was it? All right. Going forward, I've said this time and time again. I will have at least 1 cup of coffee before hitting streaming start. Yes. All right, cool. That is good. We are ready to go. Yeah. You misspelled repair. Yeah, that's good. God, you gotta love Todd Howard. It goes to show you. Goes to show you. Now, let's reboot. Hold on to your butts. Hopefully this works for us. I will do a double check on that device, the KVFR. That's the first time I've actually done the DKMS module method. Last time I did PCI pass-through with Looking Glass, we used the ISVVH MIM method instead of the DKMS module method. So be kind of interesting. Should we have done an init RAM FS? I feel like we should have. Did init RAM kick off when we did the... I bet it did. I'm pretty sure it did when we did the DKMS install. Well, we'll know when it boots up, right? Yeah. We already checked. We didn't need to blacklist it. Some guy made 28, found 28 typos and made a PR. Oh my God, doing God's work there. You know, I why the rest of the programming community just sits there outraged about the README changes. I'm sitting here going, oh good, I don't have to spell check crap there's a whole bunch of people looking for commits on my repos and just want some GitHub experience, I'm giving you guys some work. I'm okay with it. You want some commits? Just wait a day. I'm gonna misspell something. The power of GitHub and open source. No longer do I actually need to actually do any kind of spell check. Oh, that's true. The PR is probably AI. Well, I mean, if it's a small PR, probably not. You never know. Forget the coffee. Take a cold shower and an ice bath. It's way more effective. Oh man, I do like cold showers. Believe it or not, Peter. That's my jam. Especially in the heat here in Texas. Like I do work out in like 100-degree heat, which is about 40 C where you're at. Login failed. Okay, yeah, I figured it. You can never have too much caffeine. Oh, ghost pepper, man. That would be terrible. I'd be here for like 5 minutes and then I'd be running to the bathroom. That wouldn't work out at all. Man. It'd be funny though. For a hot second, and then it'd be like, Titus has been gone for 20 minutes. Hopefully he's okay. Yeah, we can do a double check of LSPCI while we're waiting. Let's go. Let's just grep 75 : and after 3. Yep. Kernel driver in use. Boop. That is perfect. VFIO. Host controller didn't get passed through right there, but that's okay. That USB 3.1, I'm not going to use it, so I don't really care. The USB and audio is an issue. Well, let's see. Let's see. I don't think it will be, but we will check it out. All right. So we're going to start that pass-through up. All right. First error of the day. Permission denied. Dead KVMFR? No. No dice. See, I remember having some kind of issue like this. All right, what do we got? Grab KVM. There it is. It didn't set it right. Boo. I ran into this problem again. So the rules didn't get applied. What's VFIO? That's a PCI pass-through. Well then. Let's go etc udev rules. Aren't applying to a dev KVMFR. Okay. You can see that KVMFR. Typical rule. Did we forget to use the udev admin control? Let's double check. Subsystems, KVMFR. We could do a kernel as well. Owner group. Should we do kernel as well? There was 2 equal signs back to back. Was there? Oh, tricky, tricky, tricky. Didn't even see it. It's always something small, you know? It was 2 equal signs. All right. So then we reload. Then let's check that again. And oh, that's looking better, isn't it? So if we go LL, LL, ETC, or let's go dev, grab KVM. No. The equal is supposed to be there, I think. Let's just try the kernel, actually. Instead of subsystem, let's just try and do it through the kernel. I know that's not what the official documentation says, but yeah, whatever. It's Linux, man. Documentation's usually wrong. All right. Let's reload. Let's test that trigger. Okay. Nah, it still didn't work. But why? Why you'd be like this? All right, let's try that code. We do have the 2 equal signs for kernel and subsystem. It's kind of interesting. Oh, Hikari Knight's in chat. He's telling me. He's like, here, here's what you want. Hikari to the rescue. He says just do subsystem, group QEMU, mode. Oh, we don't want KVM. He says QEMU. Okay, we gotta come into chat and grab that real fast. Hikari. How does Hikari not have a sub, by the way? That's just wrong. All right, Hikari's coming to save me.
Yeah, well, to do the binds.
group can be KVM or QEMU depending on distro. Ah, okay. All right, here we go. Well, we're working on Windows right now, Caleb. We're making Windows great again. All right. Here we go. Let's see. All right. Ooh, all right. I think this should work. I'm gonna just copy paste Hikari's in here. Yes. Sudo, right. Why do I keep opening things not as sudo? Now, with that done, let's copy it. Dude, that worked. Hikari's the man. There it is, QEMU. Now, we might need to change this to KVM. Hikari said it could be both, depending on the distro. I want to say... Yeah, this is Q... Well, I got QEMU and KVM here. Hell, I don't know. I'm in both groups. I've been running on this distro for like 2 years, though. If it's a group out there, I've probably one time or another done it. Very cool, though. Let's try it again. Okay. KVMFR is lower level than libvirt, so it's QEMU or KVM. Pretty sure Arch is KVM. I guess we're gonna find out. Let's give it a whirl. You guys actually think that kernel level anti-cheat does anything? It's a joke. We could, you know, we should install some Battlefield 6 just to be like, ha. I almost feel like doing that and then just showing people how to cheat in that game. If I didn't think I'd get sued, I'd do it. Just to give a big FU to all the companies that do kernel level anti-cheat. Be like, see, you ain't stopping anybody. You're just making people's life more miserable for no reason at all. For educational purposes only, of course. All right. Let's go here. And let's hit start. Operation not permitted. QEMU, expect to close the monitor. QEMU system can't backing store. So still a permissions issue for guest RAM. Operation not permitted. Should we try QEMU? Or KVM? Yeah, it's KVM group. All right. That's what chat's saying. Let's try it. Oh, look at me using sudo. All right. Yeah, in Hikari's defense, I think he usually does use Fedora-based distros more often than not, which is very common with most people gaming on Linux. Although, you know, SteamOS is based on Arch, so not always. All right, we switched it over to KVM. Do we need a... Internal error, close, can't, operation not permitted. Maybe we need the user as well? Well, we shouldn't need a reboot, actually. I think, and we have Polkit, like G-parted. Polkit's there. It's operational. Let's change that rule around. I'm gonna add Titus to the actual user as well. User equals Titus. That's me. Let's do a reload. Let's do that. Now you can see it didn't. No, that didn't work. What happened there? What? Oh, uAccess handles the user. Okay. Oh, I can't chone it. Just for testing purposes. Let's go. Just to make sure, right? So I'm just going to take ownership of it. I just want to see. Does that work? Okay, so that doesn't even work. So it's not an ownership deal. All right. Owner Titus, group KVM, read write, user Titus, group read write, mask read write. Yeah. Yeah, I already CO'd. I already choned it. I don't think udev doesn't matter. We're not really running into permissions here. What if we just actually closed out of this? Let's relaunch Virtual Machine Manager. I don't think that's it, but worth a shot. Nah. Operation not permitted for guest RAM. Oh, but why? Could be libvirt. Oh, QEMU may not open it. Libvirt QEMU for Arch. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's not quite right, but yes, I get it. Just to show everybody. I want to say it was in here, libvirt QEMU. This is the QEMU user. This is what actually needs access to it. Now, as far as groups go, libvirt is the group. No, but I think you need to do KVM or QEMU for the group. But libvirt-QEMU for the user. Yeah. You think just restarting libvirt would do it? I mean, shoot, let's try that first. Let's go libvirt D, restart. Let's give that restarted. 660's there. We have that. All right, let's connect back. Run. Not permitted. It's a permissions issue for sure. It's just like, but what? DWM all the way, doctor. Let's go. I feel like this would be easy to solve with just a sudo chown. Let's try something a little wild. We're gonna go libvirt QEMU, libvirt for the group, and we're just gonna take ownership of KVMFR 0. Now, I'm not rewriting the rules because I just kind of want to get it working, and then once we get it working, then we'll write the rule. Wait. Chuan. God bless, I am off today. All right, thank you. Thank you, y'all. All right. So now we've taken ownership of that. Assign the groups a little different now. Still no permission. Doing a restart. Let's kick it out. Reconnect. Just to test. Just for science. No, still no permission. So we still got 660 for the modification. This is obviously not gonna work. What if QEMU for the group name maybe? Ah, hell, I don't know. All right. Uh, 777. Oh my god. I mean, we could try 777. I mean, obviously, don't leave it at that, but let's just verify it's a permissions issue. Sure. Let's go sevens. Is that a permissions issue? Operation not permitted. Interesting. So maybe it's not a permissions issue. Okay. So that kind of limits that down. Maybe it's a configuration in the RAM then. Let's just do a reload, and then I'm going to force that rule back. We're going to get it back to kind of how it should be. Now that should be set by the rule. You can see that did not set it. Shared memory enabled. That's a good question. Okay. Let's go to memory. Oh. Yes, shared memory is enabled. But still got the error, okay. Let's put it back to the KVM group. All right. All right. We're gonna just chmod that. Let's go own. We're gonna go root KVM dev KVMFR 0. Let's just reboot libvirt just for good measure. Let's reconnect. Let's run it. Still have the same problem. Huh. Maybe it's USB on the graphics card not being VFIO initialized? Could be. I don't think so, though. It feels like a permissions error. Oh, did you edit the QEMU comp to have KVMFR in the C group config? No, I did not. Do we have anything configured in there? C group, you said? Oh. Yeah, I got nothing configured in C groups in QEMU. Well then. All right, let's go back, reread the documentation. I agree. I must have missed it. I must have missed the documentation. So, libvirt QEMU documentation. Set that. We do the module right here. We get that going. Verification. Set that. Yep. So we've done the modules there. Set this device up. Yep. Should be user KVM. Perfect. They said to do it this way, but what else? Same thing. For libvirt, we modified, did all this for the XML. Do not. Oh. C groups. Uncomment C group device ACL block, adding dev. Oh, tricky, tricky, tricky. There it is. Uncomment the C group 8 device ACL. Right? Device ACL block, adding dev KVFR to the list. Oh, gosh. Idiot. In my defense, they did make that quite low. So the C groups is missed. Oh, gosh. Such a little thing. And then we do a restart. Yep. Alrighty. Oh, they haven't updated the documentation yet. The U access method is new. Ah, okay, good to know. So close. Just one little thing off. Let's see. I think that was it. God. I've said it a million times. You just got to read the documentation. I mean, come on, guys. Where were you? Chat failed me. Ah. You had one job. One job. Oh, man. It's so great. Oh, crap. I'm bleeding. Oh, well. All right, let's see if we can actually get into this thing now. Did we actually set that device back? Let's go udev. Yeah, we set it all back. All right, good. All right, it should be up and going. I'm waiting for the CPU to kind of flatten out a little bit, and then we're going to give our first shot. All right, here we go. The moment of truth. Let's just go home. Looking Glass client. Oops. Error while loading shared libraries. Libs frame 0. Do I need to run it from the build? Oh, yeah. My bad. Cool. No worries. Progress. Let's go pass through. What are we doing over here, pass through VM? Scale that in, right? What's going on? Why aren't you working? Give me some looking glass. Give me some looking glass here. Looking glass host. There it is. Open log file. Okay. You think oops. My bad. Alright, let's just go shell startup. I thought Looking Glass was auto start, but my bad. It wasn't. Well, we all make mistakes. Open file location. Doop. We'll just copy that on into startup, so then Looking Glass starts up nice and easy every time. And now disconnect. See, that's why we always do the VNC beforehand. And now I'm in Windows with pass-through. Nvidia 1660. Oh yeah. Actually, let's go win. Yeah, there we go. We've made it. We've made it to the promised land. Now, I was doing something. I was doing something here. I was going in here and oh, I remember now. We were installing Nvidia drivers because I don't think I had Nvidia installed on this guy. Oh, Looking Glass supports the virtual GPU now, so you don't need to remove it. No longer need for VNC. Man, look at that. Man, the open source out there is just amazing. The amount of development they do in just short periods of time is just insane. Just absolute insanity. Let's see what driver we're rocking. You think there's some poor noobs out there still using Nvidia installers? I feel bad for those people. Could you imagine? Ugh. Oh, what about the audio? I mean, I'm not going to do this, but it's an interesting idea. Oh, no. You guys use the Nvidia app? Oh, man. I was a peasant once, too. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe one day you'll ascend. Use NV clean install. But, you know. Yeah, I know, man. Well, whenever you want, Hikari, we need to catch up sometime. Oh, it supports audio and mic now too? Holy crap. You're saying audio might just work? What is this black magic? What? Wow. That's amazing. Absolutely. Wow. I'm blown away. Absolutely blown away. Well, here, I'll call you up. If you really ascend, you just dump Windows. I know. One of these days. Yeah, for those people that really want Windows right now, there's always Windows 10 LTSC. Maybe tomorrow's stream we'll do an LTSC 10 install. Although I don't know. Now that I got my Looking Glass working again, I'm kind of like, eh. Nvidia app has auto tune. Does that even work? Come on, be honest. Be honest. Or does it just make you feel better? It does. Okay. Oh, nice. What time is it? It's 1 o'clock. You quit gaming a couple months ago. Formatted Windows partitions. Allocated it to root. Never looked back. Hey, man. That's a Chad move. Does your setup Windows VM allow secure boot and kernel level anti-cheat? Yeah. You can do that in this setup. Although, I don't know. Did we do secure boot on here? I think we have to obfuscate the VM as well. Let's see. Does it see it as a VM? No, I think I did obfuscate it. Let's see. No, I didn't. Virtual machine, yes. So you have to obfuscate that you're a virtual machine, and then as far as secure boot goes, let's go system info. Secure boot state is off right now. But I bet we could do something. That'd be kind of a fun stream to do. I think there's a way to cheat it though for VMU. Let's look it up actually. Secure boot. Uh-oh. Oopsies. One second. We're just gonna do something real fast. Remove. Where's Looking Glass client? Let's make a little script. All right. I feel like I need to relaunch Looking Glass. If it's one thing, it's not, it's always another, right? All right, one second. Hikari did say it does do QXL driver alongside the rest of them now, so we got that going for us. But where the hell's my Ramina? Is it another? Ah, it's over here. That's why. Yeah, I'm 4 years behind. Yeah, man. You called me? Okay. Here, let me get you in 1 second. Let me get this, and then I'm going to call you right back 1 second. Because I need to switch out to a headset. I do have one over here. It's a little bit of a reconfig, but it shouldn't be bad. All right. Close this. Close this. We'll reboot. And then I'm going to restart that. Yeah, I'm going to pull Hikari in. It's been forever since I talked to Hikari. 1 second, brother. I'm hitting you up. Hopefully this works. Okay. We're about to find out if I completely jack this up or not. I'm pulling Hikari in. He's the virtual machine guide, end all machine guys. Hikari.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, let's see. I think so. Can chat hear you? Say something.
Something.
All right. A little quiet. 1 second.
Okay.
Oh, I already have you at 200%.
Okay, well, I can adjust my volume because the slider moved from mine.
Here.
There,
Okay.
that should be better, I think.
A little more. A little more.
A little more.
Give me more power. All the power.
No, all the power will make me clip, so no.
Okay.
Better?
That's perfect.
Okay, perfect.
Oh,
So there is a few things that is needed. Is that you can use the QXL driver completely fine.
Okay.
But you need to remember to remove the tablet device.
Oh, okay. So let's go over here. I'm going to close that. You said tablet device. Okay, remove this guy. Goodbye. All right, I remove that. And you said you can just add this back in. No need for VNC anymore.
Yeah, and then you add a virtualization mouse and keyboard, and then everything would just work through Looking Glass.
Brother.
You have to keep the PS2 mouse and keyboard though, sadly. But you can add the virtualization keyboard and mouse.
Oh, okay. Should I do that with the virtualization password? I've done it both ways, but why do you do the virtualization keyboard and mouse? Does it help with latency?
Lower latency.
Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. Oh, oops. Nope. Cancel. We have none down here, so you can go QXL. Or should I go virtualization?
No, QXL, because virtualization video doesn't work in Windows.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the thing is, since it will now have you will still have like 2 displays. But what you do is that when the VM GPU is connected, like when you have your Nvidia GPU passed through, what you do is that you just disable the display on the QXL driver. So if the GPU is then removed, it will then use the QXL GPU, and Looking Glass will still work.
Okay.
So if your GPU dies, you can still see the screen, and you can go, "Oh, my GPU died."
Very cool. But
and it also means that you can update. It also means that you can update the Nvidia driver without Looking Glass crashing.
Okay. So we got keyboard, and I'm gonna do. There is no virtualization mouse, so I'm gonna not leave that off. So.
Then you can just then you manually change it. You can just add the USB mouse.
Okay, just use USB mouse then. 1 second.
Yeah, and then you just go into the XML and change it to virtualization.
Ah, okay. So we got USB, and then just say bus virtualization.
Yes.
And we could see that if we look at this one, keyboard virtualization. This one's just, oops, I didn't hit apply. Address type USB still, or should that be virtualization?
I think I just removed that, and it just fixes it itself.
Okay.
You just remove the address line, and it just fixes it by itself.
Yeah, something like this. It should work just fine. All right.
Yeah. See, since I'm relying on the output from the stream, it's a bit delayed for me.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know you're over there. A lot of people in chat were like, he's Scandinavian. He sounds Swedish. Finnish, maybe. And I'm like, yeah, you're close. You're not Finnish or Swedish.
Let them keep getting.
You're very close,
keep
though.
Guessing.
Very close.
You're very close.
There's another country over there, though.
Oh, Dr. Rayo, Phoenix A got it.
Yep. Norwegian. There you go. All right, sweet. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, so as soon as I hit apply after changing the XML, I just did a / there, hit apply, and then it factored in the PCI and fixed it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It fixes it automatically if you just remove the address line.
Now, you said for the QXL driver, was there anything special I needed to do to use it in tandem with the looking glass?
Yeah, you just display usually you will have to do this one way or another. I don't remember exactly how I did, but when you open up the display settings, you just turn off the monitor. Like you disable the secondary monitor, that would be the QXL one. So if you ever lose the GPU, it will go directly to, it will go like, then I will use the other config where it's just one GPU, and it will just show the QXL screen instead.
I got you. So that's just a Windows setting at that point. That's not device manager. Here, let me boot this guy back up and let's show everybody. It's come a long ways, man. I think it's been a couple years since did Looking Glass. I didn't know it was under such heavy development still.
Yeah, the audio mic thing I just discovered by pure accident. I just fired up Sea of Thieves in my VM, and it was like, it's requesting access to your microphone. I'm like, wait, no way.
Heck yeah, man. That is awesome. All right, well, it's going to take a little bit here. I'm going to pull it back up, man.
Yeah, and you also get to see the boot screen, too. Like, you can get to see it booting.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. There it goes. So there's Looking Glass coming in. And then if we go into display settings, we should have the two monitors. So this one is... What is that?
There's also another thing.
That's
Looking Glass has config files now.
Say what?
Looking Glass has config files.
Oh, really?
So you don't need a script anymore.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna... This one looks like so Looking Glass looks like it actually disabled this display right out of the gate.
It did? Cool. Because if you ever remove no, it says
oh no, it hadn't yet. Okay, never mind.
It's unextended. So yeah, just only show on the Nvidia GPU, and then if you now ever lose the Nvidia GPU, like for example you update the driver, it will just switch over to a QXL one until the driver is back in working again, and then it will swap over again seamlessly. You won't even notice it.
Okay. So show only on 2. Okay. Perfect. Keep. So now, yeah, there we go. So now, yeah, I can't drag it off the screen anymore. All right, cool. So we just say show only on 2, which is this guy. We can identify. And then QML or QXML was there, but we're not really using it.
Yeah. And then you can use scroll lock to lock the keyboard and mouse to the Looking Glass window, and you don't need to, and it will work as if like the USB keyboard and mouse is connected directly into the VM.
Okay. I got you. So you hit scroll lock and you're good to go. Actually, I don't even think I have a scroll lock key on this thing.
Make one.
Yeah, I'll make one. Yeah.
If you
Never
have
mind.
the same keyboard that they had before, then you can make one. I know you can.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. I got a function key. I have a function key for scroll lock. I was like, I know it's here somewhere. And damn it, they changed it on me. So, all right. Well, cool, man. So we got scroll lock. We got that. Anything else, brother, that you can think of?
Looking Glass has configs. One of the configs is also FSR.
Okay.
So you can enable FSR to Looking Glass, and it actually works really well.
So it has baked in FSR as you're going through Looking Glass.
Yes. If you hold down the scroll lock key, it will give you all the options for what you can do, and then you can make a config file, and then you can make a INI file for the client, and it will just use those settings because those are like the arguments for the client, and then you can have a preset where you put on like whatever shader you want, like FSR and scaling and things like that.
Okay.
I should actually fire up my VM so that I can actually guide you a bit better other than just going from my memory.
Dude, that's pretty cool. So you got FSR, you got scroll lock for holding into the screen. So right now I can go above, but if I hit function scroll lock, then it locks it in. So then if you're doing any kind of like competitive gaming, you're going to want to scroll lock it and then hold the mouse in. So right now, it's holding it in. Okay. And then you can see my cursor's locked, even though I have something above there. Then I'm just going to hit scroll lock again.
Yeah, easiest way to show it on stream would be to like unmaximize the Looking Glass window.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Let's go.
Scroll lock F.
Scroll lock F. Okay, so everything's scroll lock. Oh, crap, I got to rechange these hotkeys.
A lot of the Looking Glass hotkeys are just on scroll lock.
I gotcha.
I think you can also modify the key.
I can just do this.
I think you can also modify the key.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
I can just go Looking Glass. 1 second.
Oh, yeah. Scroll lock O will open the overlay where you can actually enable FSR and stuff.
Scroll lock.
That would be on EG. Yeah, scroll lock O.
Okay. Scroll lock. Oh. I think because I'm holding the function key, I don't have quite those same bindings, but close. And now, have you had any experience with a lot of chats asking about this? That's why I want to ask. Have you had any experience with working with anti-cheats at kernel level in a VM?
Yes. But I'm a bit reluctant to share the details because obviously it's a cat and mouse game.
Oh, yeah. They're going to just find it and then do it. So how I would think to do this, you can say hotter, warmer, whatever here. I would probably go into details. Does the hidden state still work when the domain KVM as you're building it?
You need to do a lot more than that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we got there's features here.
What I will say is that there is a certain wiki for a chat program in VR that you can look for, and they have a detailed guide with a lot of the steps needed, but it's not all of them.
Okay, it's close. It'll get you kind of along the way. I like it. That's good enough for me. I like a challenge. That sounds fun. Oh man. All right, cool. Well, how's Bazite going? I know you've been working on that too, and the job.
I've been busy doing with lots of real life stuff, but Bazite is going really well.
Nice. Now, what are you Dalen driving now these days, Hikari?
driving as in like hardware or the distro? Because distro should be obvious at this point.
Well, yeah, but both, just so people listen to this know.
Well, I daily drive Bassite on or Bassite deck on my home theater PC. On my laptop, it's normal Bassite, and on my desktop computer, it is Bassite DX developer experience.
Okay, what's the developer experience?
It has VS Code pre-installed. It has Docker pre-installed. There's some slight bugs with it that needs to be ironed out. It also has access to nested game mode, so you can actually fire up game mode in a window on the desktop for development.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
It also lets you log out and then choose on the login screen if you want to log into game mode.
Wow.
So it's more of like Bassite deck, but for workstation. But the login screen does not support touch keyboard, so or like a virtual keyboard. So you need to have a physical keyboard to log in. Hence why it's meant for workstations.
Okay.
Nested game mode is like this abomination that I created, and Kyle hated it until he created the Bassite DX, and now he likes it.
All right, man, that's cool.
I was like, "Hey, do you want this abomination for DX?" And I always like, yes, add it. Which one do you want? Want it for? All.
Heck yeah, man. Now, are you still playing Warframe at all? I know that was like your game for a while. Is that your main game still?
I was literally on it this morning.
Ah, man. I need to get back into it. I loaded up Warframe for like a hot second the other day, and then I was like, it's just too fast for me. I'm such an old man, and when it comes to gamer, I'm like, I like my 25-year-old MMO games.
I still play Warframe. I still play Guild Wars 2 on the Universal Blue forums. I have a guide for how to do add-ons on Guild Wars 2 on Linux.
Okay. What are the add-ons for Guild Wars 2? I don't think I've even heard of a third-party extension.
There's a DPS meter. There's pathing and markers for world completion and map completion. There are there's like a way to get a radial menu for all the mounts and masteries and things like that. That's that. And then of course the most important one, there is the DVD screensaver that goes across the screen, and I'm serious, there's an add-on for that.
Dang, man, dang. Yeah, that's cool though. I like all the games I play have to be somewhat kind of broken, I feel like, because I like the challenge of that. And then also I like it when they have like the third-party add-ons. Otherwise, I feel like I just get too bored too fast with a game that just doesn't have anything. Like I actually started playing a buddy of mine that I work with. He started playing, I think, Final Fantasy 14, which is probably the most mainline game I've played in the past couple years. And I was like, oh God, okay. Yeah, it feels like a Fisher-Price thing. And then I started to discover like FFX IV launcher and all this other third-party tooling that you can put in on it. And I was like, okay, I can get behind this. And then I started like hacking around on it. And then he saw what I did. And he was just like, dude, you're not even playing the game anymore. And I was like, I know. It made the game way better. This is a different game.
Yeah, it's like I know I'm not playing the game, but this is my jam.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, dude, I love it. Oh, brother.
Yeah, it's kind of like me in Guild Wars 2 before they introduced the mounts. I spent my time just breaking out of the maps.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Dude, yeah, it's been a while on Guild Wars 2. I did get like 100% map completion and like legendary and stuff, but oh man, I hadn't played it since like the first expansion. I think like Heart of Thorns or something, and then I didn't ever get back into it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of variation. I think. Heart of Thorns was like not that interesting for me because it was obvious that they had cut like a whole chapter from there.
Uh-huh.
Not sure if did you play through all of Heart of Thorns, or did you fall off before the end of the story there?
I fell off. I'm not a big story guy. I'm just terrible.
Okay.
Any game with a story, I mean, it has to be a damn good story. Like, the only game I can tell you the story of is like BioShock,
The story in Path of Fire and the Living World story right after Path of Fire is really good.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe I'll pick it back up one of these days.
In Guild Wars 2.
Yeah.
But if you go on and play, like, if you skip the Living story from before Path of Fire, you will lose out on some context. But
Okay.
if you want to just have the context for the story of Living World season, let's see, season 4.
Yeah.
Then play through the Path of Fire story. That will give you all the context you need for that part.
Okay. All right.
And then,
well, brother, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm about to shut everything down, but I wanted to at least call and catch back up with you because it was so cool coming back in here and see you pop into chat and then going, virtualization. Hey, you old man, you need to update your documentation.
Configs for Looking Glass, you can find them in .config and then looking-glass.
Okay.
Inside there you make a file called client.ini, and that one you just use the settings. You put the settings in there, and it's very easy to find out where the settings are.
Nice.
Because the help text for Looking Glass will just tell you what they are.
Got you. So you just go into the config file. Where is it? Just in the Looking Glass install folder, wherever I built it from?
No. .config / looking-glass.
Oh, really? So they just add it to your home folder and Looking Glass.
And then it's client.ini.
Oh, this actually doesn't have it on mine.
No, you need to make it yourself.
Oh, so you just go nvim client.ini.
Yeah, and if Jeff finds out that you're not setting your settings through this way, he will yell at you. But yeah,
okay,
you can set the settings there, and if you do Looking Glass client -- help, it will tell you, like in the long form, how it should be in the INI file. So it will say something like Wayland : warp support. Wayland would then be the key for the INI file, and then the warp support would be Wayland would be the group, and then warp support would be the key, and then you just set the value.
Okay, let's see.
So,
very
as
cool.
an example, on the help text, you will see something like this. I will just send you an image here.
Okay.
There, and if you were to like change that in the INI file, that would then end up looking like this in the INI file.
Okay. I got you. Very cool.
So you can just have your config for Looking Glass just in your home folder, and then just copy that over to the next distro or reinstall you do.
So you can do everything here for vsync, whatever.
Yes.
Oh, dude, that's pretty cool.
And then for the FSR, you just set that in the overlay and save it as a config, and then there's a IM. And then you just set that config as default, and then you just leave it at that. Actually. Yeah.
So like on this one, I'm just gonna add something just to show. Spice clipboard equals yes, and this is how you would fill it out. So you just go in here, find exactly what you're feeling, and then you go, oh, I want this in there. So for this would be input. This would be win, full screen, launch in full screen borderless windows, something I would like. So We'll grab that.
Yeah,
it's
and then for
case sensitive.
and setting the preset to load by default, you just use the EGL group, and then you set preset equals, and then whatever the name of the preset that you made was. Because I do like having FSR just baked in to Looking Glass. It actually makes a lot because sometimes I resize Looking Glass to be in like weird scaling formats,
Right.
so not everything scales properly.
I got you.
So for me, FSR is great for that.
So if I'm using FSR with PCI pass-through, okay. Oh, dude. So
yeah,
let's go scale.
Yeah, so like that means that I can actually. It means that I can actually use. I can set Looking Glass to stretch, and I would not be that bothered about it.
Okay.
Because
Scale
sometimes
linear.
I might have a screen. Yeah, because sometimes I might have a screen that is a bit taller than normal, or I would throw it up on a smaller screen that doesn't have the same aspect ratio as what I set in the VM.
Dude, okay.
And FSR helps with that.
So the preset, this is what FSR is down here, the EGL preset, or is that somewhere else in here?
Yeah, but you need to create the preset in the overlay first and actually save it.
Okay. I got you.
And then you need to give it a name when you save it, and then you just put the name of that preset in there, and then it would load it automatically whenever you start Looking Glass.
Gotcha.
So they have added like a crap ton of things there. As you even see, there's even colorblind mode.
That's insane.
So if a game does not have colorblind accessibility modes, Looking Glass got you covered.
Dang. This is next level. I could totally see so many applications. My mind's kind of going wild here with this. Oh, dude. That's cool. That is so cool. But, all right, brother. Well, I'm going to get out of here. My brain is completely shot today. As soon as you're like, hey, let's jump on a call, I was like, all right. Well, I mean, it's been forever. I know it's been like a good year. I was like, let's at least chat for a little bit, and then...
Yeah. No. We talked one time earlier this year. One time.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we did. We did, man. Ah, man, it's been so long though. But anyways,
it's a bit hard. It's a bit hard when time zones don't work out that well.
Yeah, I think
go over way.
You used to stay up super late, I remember, and it worked out pretty good my time, but.
Yeah, but like that's it works out. My schedule is still pretty much the same.
Ah, okay. I got you, brother. Oh, yeah, man.
So literally just message me. Just don't make it be on a Monday or Thursday, because then I got work the next day.
Oh, well, no doubt, brother. Well, all right, I'm going to jump off here, brother, but it's good catching up with you, man. I appreciate all the Looking Glass help, too. That was amazing.
Yeah, you needed the update because you were...
Well, yeah,
you were
somebody...
things up as if it was like...
Yeah, old school. Like someone in YouTube chat said I was running on R3 last time they saw me doing Looking Glass, and it shows.
Last time someone else saw me do Looking Glass, it was B2.
Oh man, yeah. Oh yeah, B3 was what I was on. Oh my god, but oh man. All right, brother. Well, I'll talk to you later, man.
Yeah. I saw someone ask for Guild Wars 2 add-ons guide. I will actually drop that in the chat before you leave.
Awesome. Thanks, brother.
Let's see.
I'm going to hop off real fast, and then I'm going to give an outro to chat, man. Good talking to you, Hikari.
Yeah, I dropped the link in the chat if you need Guild Wars 2 add-ons guide.
All right. Take it easy, brother.
See ya. Have a nice day.
All right, man. Deuce. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get out of here. I am beat. That was a good stream, I guess. I don't know. We had the HP Wolf. We brought it back to life. We got virtualization up and going. We've got the new B7 Looking Glass with all the VFIO hot pass-through Thanks to Hikari jumping in chat, letting me know exactly all the updates, man. So much to do. I am really interested in what he said specifically about FSR through Looking Glass. Even though we're using an Nvidia card, we could do some really crazy stuff. Hell, you could probably do DLSS inside the Windows instance with FSR on top. Go AI. You like AI on your AI? I mean, but yeah, no, it'd be really interesting to see all the different things you could kind of do with these settings that Looking Glass has added. He even said there's colorblind mode, even for stuff that doesn't have colorblind mode. Just kind of insane. Let's see. When do you check PRs? Asking just for interest. I will check PRs tomorrow. That'll be fun. And yes, you can use DLSS inside of Windows while using FSR in Looking Glass. We might have to try that. That would be kind of crazy. So, oh my God. So good. Yeah, double the triple frame generation. It's going to be insane. So that's kind of neat. It's really neat to see how far it is. If anything, those Windows users saying you can't. The other thing, I don't know if I'd live stream it or not, but a lot of people were asking about the secure boot and kernel level anti-cheat. I kind of I might just do Valorant instead of Battlefield 6 because I know that Battlefield 6 is what people are wanting. But I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I could figure it out. But I also don't want to out all the people that are doing it. Could be fun. Just my thought. But yeah. Then also attach XESS for triple the frame generation. It'd be funny. Yeah, the VM detection is hard. I do like a challenge though, so that'd be good. Yeah, Valorant, Battlefield 6, League of Legends, all those there's ways. Anything. I always tell people this when it comes to technology. If you can think it up, you can probably do it. So, very cool. Anyways, guys, I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to hop off now and go grab some lunch. Maybe take a nap because I think I woke up too early. I have been a little bit out of it. I know this was a little bit discombobulated stream. It's kind of insane that we actually made it through repairing our entire bootloader, got in, redid all our pass-through, and then did Looking Glass all within this one stream. And then also had a treat with Hikari jumping into chat and saying, hey, you big dummy, you know they've been developing this thing for the past 3 years. They've added a gang of features. So now I'm like, oh God, now I got to go back through. There's so much in audio by default. Last time I used Looking Glass, I set up, I think it was like Scream audio service, and then I piped it through the network, which caused latency. There's so much to try. So much. The sky's the limit. All right. With that, guys, take it easy. I'm shutting down for the day. Y'all have a good one. Happy holidays for you in the States. And, yeah, I'm going to go enjoy things, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Deuces.